Hey guys, it's me CriticalCubing, and today I have my first impressions plus short review of the Weilong GTS version 2. First of all, a big thank you to Moyu for sending this to me. This is soon going to be released and I already have it and making a video on it. Thank you to Moyu for this opportunity. The first thing you will notice when you get your GTS version 2 is that the size is different. The version 2 is 55.5mm, which is the same as the Weilong 3 size. They probably did it so that the switch from Weilong to GTS won't be difficult. Just my speculation. The previous GTS was 56mm. The unboxing experience is great. It comes in this GTS version 2 box M, i.e. magnetic box, and you get a Weilong pamphlet, Team Moyu cards, and the cube itself. I got white base and this cube will be available in black and stickerless. When you start turning it first, you will see that the feel is not that reminiscent of the GTS. The version 2 feels a lot more smoother and kind of bumpier. It retains the same flexibility of the GTS while not having that scratchy feel of the original GTS. The scratch feel is not gone completely, it is there but not as noticeable as the GTS. Overall, feel is pretty subjective and I like both the feel of the version 1 and the version 2. Turning is nearly the same. GTS version 2 is fast and has this light turning. Spamming TPS is not a problem and it is effortless. Corner cutting of the version 2 is quite good. It can do over 45 degrees for normal corner cutting and you can do line to line for reverse corner cutting. If it cannot cut reverse, then it does normal cut from the back. One problem here is that sometimes reverse corner cutting can lock up, and generally the corner cutting on the version 2 requires more force than the version 1. So far so good, but what are the problems? My main problem with the original GTS were the lockups that I got and the cube being unstable. The version 2 doesn't have that much problem with instability, although it is still there, but lockups are visible and I do get them from time to time, especially when I turn faster during the last layer or CMLL. When you compare the Weilong and the GTS version 2 regarding stability, the version 2 is definitely more unstable than the Weilong. Hence, the GTS version 2 is not the most stable cube out there, but even with these flaws, the version 2 performs great and I love the M sizes on this one and considering to use it as my OH main. The solves you see here are just out of the box solves. I didn't do anything to the cube and you can gauge its performance out of the box. Overall, I haven't had this cube for long, but the performance is better than something like a Yan 3 and the GTS version 2 kind of reminds me a bit of the USHA plus GTS hybrid for some odd reason. I will break it in and then lube it and then test it out and then make my full review video. Anyway, that should wrap up this first impressions and short review. Stay tuned for a comparison between the original GTS and the GTS version 2. Don't forget to subscribe for more cubing videos and I will see you next time. Take care guys and bye.